Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very good evening and a very warm welcome to the beautiful grand atrium here on board Sea Princess. Ladies and gentlemen, our current employee of the month comes from Romania. She works for our bars department. Would you please say a very good evening to Isabella Constantinescu. Staff captain and second in command here on board Sea Princess from Italy, Michele Bartolomei. He hails from Italy. He is our chief engineer or chief technical officer, Simone Solimini. now, ladies and gentlemen, our staff engineer, all the way from Scotland, please welcome Thomas Sterling. Ladies and gentlemen, our hotel general manager, Tony Pollandine. Would you please welcome Dr. Frederick Legrange from South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, from Italy, our first purser in charge of administration, Giancarlo Cappa. Ladies and gentlemen, this lovely lady comes from Scotland. She's our first purser in charge of food and beverage, Karen McIntosh. He comes from the Midlands in England. Ladies and gentlemen, our accommodation services manager is Brian Sherwood. He is our multi-award winning executive chef from France, Christian Carbillet. Is our maitre d'hotel, a sea princess from Italy, Fabio Marcotti. Please welcome Captain John Foster.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. That's more like it. How do you do? And ladies and gents, it is the captain's welcome on board dinner. Now, you must enjoy it because I've been in the galley all day slaving away making this for you. So it's been my pleasure talking to you. I'll hand you back to Billy and have a great evening and a wonderful cruise. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the master of the Sea Princess, Captain John Foster. Thank you, Captain.
Well, once you leave Ketchikan, everything's wild. Ketchikan is on an island, and 10 minutes out of Ketchikan by air, you're in wilderness area where there are no roads, no towns, no houses, no buildings, nothing. It's just all wilderness.
If you get back just a short distance off the main beaten path, you're into wilderness that nobody's ever been.
Having been to school down in other states and seeing the way it is down there, I had an entirely unique upbringing, and it was awesome. Yeah, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know, you can come around the corner and you can see the biggest bear you've ever seen in your entire life, just standing there. It gets pretty hair raising. Yeah, it's definitely fun.
Well, most people might disagree with me, but I like it on a rainy, cloudy day. If you're doing a misty tour, it just adds a lot of mystery to it. If you can't see the tops of every single mountain, and there's a lot of little mist hanging around and a lot of waterfalls, to me that's a perfect day to do a misty. You go back there on a bright, sunny day, and it looks entirely different.
We're about 40 miles north of Ketchikan. You can see some of the bear activity out here. A lot of big male subadults are out here. Pan to the right here, you'll see some of the other ones. Fish and Game tells us there's about 50 to 60 bear working this river, another river across the ridge line and one behind us. A typical day, we actually we're just off a flood tide, and the tide is ebbing, so the fish are coming in with the high tide, and the tide ebbs, leaves the fish, and more bears start coming down. So this is a really good time for us right now in the afternoon. Titan. He's about 10 years old. He's got a big white chest blaze. He's one of the dominant bears on the river. You're about 60 foot from him. You were asked about 90?
Yeah.
This is 60 foot. That's a 300-pound bear in front of you. Solitary creatures. The only time they're together is with the sow, with the female, and the cubs. Sometimes sibling will pal around for about a year, but they soon tire of that. Yeah, no, they're all solitary, and then they establish, when they come down to a common food point like this, they establish a pecking order, and that's usually dominated by the bigger bears. That's his favorite fishing hole right there, the first falls. And what he's waiting for is a salmon to come up there and stall ever so. And then boom, he's right on him. He gets right on him. And they're targeting, if you maybe notice if you watch them for a while, they're targeting female salmon. They want the female salmon for the eggs they have inside of them. As you know, when they hibernate, fat really does them, the protein does them no good. They need the fat. right now is that we're in the peak of the season. Most I've ever seen in one look right here is 15 bear. That's the most I've ever seen. So we're half of that rarity.
Yeah.
Fish come up with a high tide, then tide ebb. Now the tide's ebbing out. It's going out, it's leaving the fish. As the tide keeps going out, more and more bears will come out. Two of them out here, those may be siblings. See them, they're real close proximity, they may wrestle a little bit. And those are siblings, those are twins.
I've gotta be me. I've gotta be me. What else can I be but